Hey guys, I'm home as you can see, back in my usual spot, and they switched my tube to an NJ tube, so I don't have it to my stomach. It goes all the way to my jejunum. I love that word. And it had a horrible time having this. I had the first one placed, and then my nurse clogged it, putting crushed meds down it, not realizing just nothing about the hole was smaller. She was a student. And she only flushed it with 5 ml, and it just got clogged, and I probably would have done the same thing though if I'd come home with it, so it was okay. But when I went to get it replaced, they couldn't get it, and it was about an hour and 15 minutes, and it was really ridiculous, and I don't think I've ever had anything so horrible done to me. They had 2 wires coming in my nose at the same time because I had my old tube and my new tube, because I need it on my left side because I can't sleep on my left side because I get real numb. It doesn't make me have a stroke, but it makes my symptoms worse with my left-sided numbness. So they did put it on my left side, and again, and so I had the 2 wires going, and when they first tried to unclog it, the wire that they used at the very end was as thick as my tube, just trying to unclog it first. And that was the wire they had in, and then they put the second wire in, and to place it in J, you put a stiff tube over top the wire, and you feed it down. So you advance the wire, you advance the tube, you advance the wire, you advance the tube. And then they're twisting around, trying to get into your jejunum, because it's like this little piece at the end of here's your stomach, and then you have this little connecting to your small intestine. They couldn't get it. And then when they do get it, they pull a stiff tube out. They put your soft tube in. This is really, really soft, this tube, and they put that back over top of the wire, and then they pull the wire out, and then they had the second wire pulled out, which they left in to try and hold the place because they'd gotten it part of the way down. It was just a mess. And normally kids are put asleep, like general anesthesia for it, and it was just absolutely awful. So that was kind of my past couple of days, and the resident didn't put my pain meds in, and she was kind of rude to me, and Dr. Awesome was really upset for me, and I talked to her the next day. I was like, oh my gosh, did you hear what happened? She's like, apparently I didn't hear everything. She looked really upset. But yeah, I'm okay now. I'm home. My feeds are going okay. Last night I was having lots of trouble, but it was the first night I've had any problems. They've been fine, and so we'll see how it goes tonight. My port's fine. I used it on Thursday, and it actually looks a lot more red in the video than I think it really is. It feels fine. It's just a little sore. It pinches sometimes, but I love it. I'm so happy with it. So glad I was able to get it, and I really needed it. Okay, questions. Raechel, what's your favorite book? Right now I'm digging the Bible more than ever. I don't know what my favorite book is though as far as reading. I'd have to think about it. I'll think about it and come back. I have a Valentine that I didn't get. I was making them in the hospital because I was bored. I don't know. It's really ugly. I don't know what the heck I was doing, but I was just like, but happy Valentine's Day. I'm sorry that someone got you anything. That's really sad. And thank you so much. You're so sweet. I know that it's probably really confusing with the mito. I do have a video explaining it on my channel, but a real quick explanation is what you have mitochondrial DNA. When you look at mine, it's a circle. I'm missing, let me look at it from your angle. I'm missing a chunk, 40% just gone. So most of my thumb I don't have, but not in all of them, just some of them have that deletion. So in my muscle we'll see how many actually have it, because it's often, you don't find the large deletions much in your blood. They don't know why. So we'll see how many of my mitochondrial DNA have that 40% chunk missing, and that's why I don't make enough energy to do things like to swallow or to walk, and it's why I have dysautonomia. And dysautonomia just itself explains a lot of my symptoms. I mean, you guys know how much havoc it can wreak on your bodies, and I think I know people with dysautonomia, just nothing more than POTS, and they're probably more disabled than I am at times, you know, completely bedridden. And I can, you know, I have my ups and my downs, and I haven't been having as much orthostatic problems as I used to. My POTS actually feels not too bad. I mean, I have my bad days, but nothing like I used to, and nothing like I've heard some of you guys say, and other people I've just met. So I haven't had any bedridden where I can't sit. I'll pass out when I sit up. That hasn't happened to me in forever. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Brain fog. That's never gotten better. Emily, independence. I pretty much have none. I cannot drive. I cannot even get my wheelchair to my car without help. Sometimes I can't even get myself to my car with walking. My mom has taught me to lift my walker up the steps because I get tired lifting it. I can take the steps real small. I have like these huge steps, so I can walk up them if I'm having a decent day. But I can't. I just need my parents for everything. But I'm trying to figure out what I can do as far as like going to college, or first I'm gonna go live with a friend for a couple of weeks, or my best friend, my kindred spirit, and so that'll be nice, just to see how I do. Embarrassing pot stories. I know it was from a couple weeks ago, but I thought that was a good one. I have passed out in my backstage manager's arms at a musical, and then like laying on top of props while my nurse practitioner was just like, she happened to be there to support me and just watch. They called her like during the half intermission of the show. Beth, you know, can you please come back here? We need you, Millie's nurse. And yeah, and then another time I passed out in my mitochondrial neurologist's office, right in clinic. I was just talking to her, and I felt really bad. I'm trying to think. I'm always just like awkwardly like I would be on the floor and my teacher would be like, "Can I go get your wheelchair yet?" I know you're being really stubborn, but you're kind of lying on the ground and I'm not sure how I'm gonna get you on your feet. POTS is always, you know, or like I can't talk and I just feel so retarded, but like I can't speak to anyone, and so I don't know why I said that word. I usually don't use it. I apologize. I just can't even talk to anyone, or can't even open my eyes or lift my head, or like it's just so frustrating, you know, where you're just like in this like other world. Emily, yes, I have flexibility. I have hypermobility syndrome. Someone else, I think it was Olivia, was saying I'm not really flexible all over. I kind of am, like with my shoulders and stuff. I'm learning more. I never used to think I was, though. A lot of people say I'm not flexible, but then you have a physical therapist look at you and they say, yes, you actually are. You're actually very hypermobile, but you don't feel flexible in particular. Not saying you have HMS. I'm just throwing that out there. Emily, I have to wonder about you though, because you have the whole blonde eye, blue eyed thing going. If you have like, do you have like really silky skin, really velvety skin? If you can, like, I can't do it. My sister can, because she has it too, but I can't touch. If you can touch your thumb to your, that's a big one. If you can bend your fingers way past 90 degrees, I can't do that either. Actually, I don't have either of those markers, but I have different ones. This one, where you can then, and your thumb sticks out past your. I'm like kind of right at the marker. I can go out past a little bit. I loved your video and your outfit for Valentine's Day. You crack me up, Emily. I love you. That was so funny. You looked hot. This is the best Valentine's Day ever because I'm in a beautiful pink outfit with the channel I love. That was great. And I can't believe you fainted down the stairs. Are you okay? You kind of left out that part. Ow. I've done that before, but not all the way down. Like, I just a couple steps and then I like came to and caught. I don't know. I've never fallen all the way down, and that does not sound fun. I'm very sorry. Your poor dad. I can't imagine how scared he was. My parents don't like to leave me at home either, alone. I use a shower chair and stuff, and I try to be safe. But like doctors will be like, we'll send you home, you know, just do all you can to be safe. I'm like, well, you're sending me home, but it's not going to be safe, and here's why. And they're like, oh, that's how you get around. Oh, that's awesome. My physical therapists especially are usually like mortified when I tell them what I do. but it's hard because, like, you want to be safe. Like, I know we all want to be safe, but, like, I know I don't worry about my safety near as much as my parents do. I just kind of like, whatever. Oh, and you also cracked me up when you were like, look at my horrible zits, and like there was nothing there. It was really funny. That was a question. I don't think that was from like the week before, but I don't really break out that much. I do some, and I always like get real greasy around my nose. I definitely think I break out a little bit from stress, but I don't know. I don't notice it that much. And thank you so much also, Emily, for your sweet words. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. I wanted to make sure I said everything I wanted to. It's not too bad. It was like my first two placements, my NG and my first NJ. It wasn't that scary. It was a little bit like uncomfortable, but like it wasn't that bad. And having it isn't that bad. And I can eat some. It actually takes like a lot of the pressure off, because then I don't feel like, oh, I have to eat. Now it's like, oh, I can kind of enjoy eating. I know I'm going to get 1,000 calories at night. I know I'm going to get, like, not quite a liter of fluids, but, like, I just know my body's being kept up with, which we all know we need way more than a liter of fluids a day, but I know that I'm keeping up with it, to a point. I'm at some kind of reasonable amount. I like to get 3 liters a day, so it's frustrating, but I can't do anything about it. And for the port, yeah, it actually, the reason I didn't originally, I was going to get it before this, kind of, but then it turned out, well, I don't know, maybe this was, my neurologist didn't even mention this, and that's what she was thinking. Arginine for mitochondrial disease can't go in a peripheral line, it has to be in a central line. I don't know if, I'm guessing it can go in a PICC line too, but I was only offered the central line option, and it would only take like 3 tries to get it, but they would blow if something wasn't running in it continuously. They would clot off, and I still have like swollen and bruising here from like one big blown vein that's real like a rock under there. And it wouldn't always blow, but whenever you get a blown vein, then like all the veins below that would be real sore and make it even worse. And it was just getting worse and worse and worse. And when you're losing IVs every couple of days, it's like not the best. Olivia, when you're sick, do you know? Oh, I hate that. I usually have a hard time knowing about my allergies. I can usually separate my POTS and my mito, but as far as like my allergies and stuff, I never know. Like right now, I think I'm sick, but I don't know. It might just be a sinus, like from the tube. I know I have a sinus headache from that, and drainage from my tube being placed, because over the 2 times it was like 1 hour and 45 minutes of jamming, so I don't know, but I have a hard time with that too. And sometimes even just like when I'm really, really tired and I have allergies, it's like, you could feel like you have the flu and you just have allergies and you're tired from POTS. So I guess that applies. I get those purple lines too, by the way, you're talking about. I don't know that I have them right now. I don't think so. Not too much. And thank you again. Thank you too for what you said. I appreciate all you guys' words. It was really sweet to like watch the videos and like, hey, they're talking about me. It's so kind. I think that was it. I love you guys very much. And I hope that everyone's doing well. Colleen, I'm still thinking about you, and I hope that you're doing okay. And praying for you guys, and praying for you, Colleen, is in particular tonight. And I just hope that you're doing alright, and I missing you on the channel. And it's actually Saturday. I'm so proud of myself. Alright. Bye, guys.